So when we open the Preform software, if we're connected to a physical printer, it'll bring up our printer information and ask us for some inputs on the the, the resolution of the print. If you're not connected to a physical printer, you will probably get this virtual printer icon, and you can do the same process on the virtual printer and send us the file, or you can request access to our machine and print directly from your computer. So our actual printer here is Judicious Puppy, and we currently have in the machine a gray resin version 4. If you need to change the resin, we would have to remove that tank and insert a new resin. I'm going to go ahead and move forward with this, the default resin that we have. And I'm going to go with the fastest print setting here. So say apply. And now that our screen's open, we can again see that our printer is on the right-hand side. If we want to change this to virtual, we just select that, and we can change our resolution or the actual printer. Apply. And now we can bring in a file. So I'm going to go to File, Open. I'm going to bring in this sample print. And when the print comes in, on the right-hand side, we get some errors. So it's not very happy about our printability. So that's something that we'll need to fix before we can print. And the other thing to check right off the bat would be the scale. So this size icon here tells us our part size. So the 50.8 happens to be the correct scale, so I don't need to modify it. But if I want to modify this, I can highlight it and put in the value that I want. We'll close this. We can move this around on the build platform by selecting this arrow icon. We can put it centrally if we like. And we can rotate it with the rotate icon. If you want to rotate the view, the left and mouse button at the same time, the right-hand mouse button will rotate the view. The magic wand at the top will auto-generate the Form Labs. We'll go ahead and do this. Optimized print setup. And it takes a little bit for it to process and generate it. It rotates the part around and generates its own supports. So we can zoom out a little bit. It's asking if we want to upload this job already. I'm going to hold off on that, and I'm going to play with this a little bit. So on the right-hand side, we have 362 layers and a volume of 34. Let's go ahead and calculate the print time. This will take a second. So we have a 2 hour and 31 minute print time. And let's compare this to setting up our own supports or just setting up our own orientation. You can see that all of these little lines here, there's a number of supports in there. That's going to be a fair amount of cleanup. And let's see if we can get that a little bit better. So I'm going to go to the supports tab. Actually, I need to select the part first. And I'm going to clear all the supports, close that out. I'm going to rotate this around by selecting this orientation icon. I'm going to use the select base tool. I'm going to zoom in and I want to select this edge. So we're going to kind of go back to the position that it arrived in. I'm going to move this kind of to the center. I'm going to close the orientation tab. And now I'm going to go to this auto generate supports. We can also manually put in supports until it gets to a point that it shows that it's printable. I find though that this takes a fair amount of time. So let's wait a moment for it to calculate. Let's look at the print time. $217, very similar. I'm going to try one more thing. So I'm going to go back and clear those supports. I'm going to go with the mini raft icon and auto generate again. It looks like a lot less supports. We came down on our material volume. And we came down another 20 minutes. As I rotate around, there's a lot less supports in there now. It's going to be a lot less cleanup work to do. So I'm happy with that, and I'm going to go ahead and print from here. So all I have to do now is select the start print, and we are going to upload the job. It asks us not to disconnect the printer. So once it's uploaded, I'll need to be physically at the printer to initiate the print, and it'll walk us through a few different steps. If you would like to process your 3form print on your own computer, you'll need to download the software, or you can use the software on the computers in the makerspace. To access the software, navigate to Formlabs, their official site, go to Software, Preform, and download the software that fits your system.
Okay, once your print is ready, go ahead and select print. It will tell you to make sure that the vent is open right in the back, and so you can push. And the next thing that it will prompt you to do is to make sure that the handle is locked down to secure the platform is in place. And then you hit confirm, and it's preparing to print right now.